So, hey boys, how you doing?
Great.
Doing good.
Fantastic.
I was trying to figure out why this ball kept getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Why?
And then it hit me.
Oh, Jesus. That's a good one.
No, it's not good. It's not a good one.
You're getting better,
This
Josh.
is what happens when we don't prepare. Hey, so we got some guests today. We have obviously Hype Man's in. You can hear his voice there. We got the Notorious C.H.A.D. And we have a very special guest, Mr. Dr. Craig Boydell.
Doctor. I don't know about that.
Mr. Doctor.
Craig's a friend of ours for a long time and old friend and is really, really into bikes. And we like to start out with knowing whether or not you have a nickname. So, Craig, do you have a nickname?
Do I want it to get out there? Well,
This will be published, just so you know.
at the fire department, I get called Papa Crumpet once in a while.
Papa Crumpet?
Papa Crumpet.
All right, you're going to have to
That's got to
explain
be
that.
a British thing.
The British, right? The crumpet is a quintessentially British thing that nobody seems to know what it really is.
What
everybody's
actually
heard of
is
it? Well, exactly, right? Exactly. Everybody's heard of it. Nobody knows what it is.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber, tea and scrumpets. But that's something entirely different, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
You lost me now. But what is a crumpet?
A crumpet. It looks like an English muffin. It tastes nothing like an English muffin, but it's basically sort of a breakfast toasty thing. And you put some,
So Captain English Muffins?
You'd think that I'd
say
know
basically
this
that.
since I lived there for 2 years, but I
never had a crumpet.
never had a crumpet.
Trader Joe's sells crumpets. I'll bring you some.
So what does it taste like? If it doesn't taste like an English muffin, what does it taste like?
It's
bagel?
No, it's just its own little thing. It doesn't have the same texture. It's not as bready, but
Okay.
it is kind of a bread
So
thing.
it tastes like a crumpet.
Yeah, it's a crumpet. It's its own
Is
thing.
it more biscuity or more
No,
no?
it's none of the above.
It's none of the above. It's its own thing.
It's
Do you like them?
definitely
Okay,
something.
Papa
Oh no,
Crumpet.
it's delicious. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
With
got
tea?
like you toast it. It's got little holes in the top, and you put butter on it, and they just leach
I'm in.
inside of there, and
Yeah.
it's delicious.
So are you the old man in the
Yeah,
shop?
well,
then?
yeah, and hence the Papa part, right? 51 years old, still working the fire department, makes me Papa.
Dude, that's awesome.
Probably in better shape than
Than most of
the
us.
people there.
Better than some,
Not as
worse
good as others.
Worse than others. Yeah.
What was that?
So anything else other than Papa Crumpet?
No. Looks Craigie. It always gets a Y on the end. I don't know why it
Craigie?
can't just be
Craig?
Craig. It's always Craigie.
Yeah.
But other than that, no. That's
Is that
it.
your wife calling you Craigie?
No, that's all the guys at the fire department as well.
I don't know that I want to know why that happens.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a term of endearment. At least that's how I hear it. So,
So you've been riding bikes for a long time.
yeah, 25, 27 years or something like that.
Wow.
Oh, probably longer, 29, 30. Now that I think about it.
And like what disciplines do you ride now? Do you ride mountain, road,
Yeah,
cross?
no cross,
gravel?
Yeah, gravel, road, mountain. Cross country as well as kind of more trail,
Tandem.
enduro-y stuff. Tandem as well,
That's
right?
right.
Got a couple of tandems hanging around the garage.
How many bikes do you have at your house?
I don't know. I think I have 9 or 10.
wow.
Do you
Okay.
count tandems? You count half a tandem, right? You only sit on half of it.
Twice.
So you have 2 tandems, it only adds up to 1 bike.
Dude,
Good question.
we saw Ben from Ben's Bikes
Yeah.
at Cyclovia this weekend, and he had this Blinky tandem that was
Recumbent.
recumbent on the front,
Yeah.
and regular bike on the back.
I've seen one of those on Old Spanish Trail, and it looks frightening.
It was him.
It's pretty sweet.
It was something about like his wife could coast when he was not coasting.
Oh, they're not in sync.
Yeah,
that's
but,
cool.
But when he coasted, she had to. I didn't fully understand the mechanics of
Yeah.
it, but I was checking it out, trying to like do the math in my head. But that's not.
You should
my
get one.
Complicated.
What am I going to do with that? So Lacey can pedal, and I'll ride at the front. Don't you think that thing will be doing a nollie?
Be careful with tandems, The old saying, wherever your marriage is going, you'll get there quicker on a tandem. It works for some people. It definitely doesn't work for others.
Yeah, you cannot ride tandem with Lacey on anything. That's not her.
Yeah.
That's not her.
In fact, a friend of mine just told me the other day he put power pedals on their tandem, and he has both of the power meters up front so he can see the power she's putting out, and he can just crawl her out at any given time. Sounds like a slippery slope.
Yes, it does.
Did he really do that?
He
Is that
genuinely did this. I shouldn't.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's a big rider in town, and he
Yeah,
likes-
let's not use his
Yeah,
name.
but I was like, wow, dude, you can usually tell, but to have the numbers right there.
The data says it all.
Yeah, there's
So-
no line.
So what do you prefer? What discipline do you prefer?
Mountain for sure.
Yeah.
I think less and less road these days. It's still fun to go climb Mount Lemmon or something like that. But riding the loop's great, but being out on the roads just gets scary and scarier.
does,
I don't know if I'm just getting older and older, or it's
do you-
just getting scarier
As
all
a
the time.
firefighter, do you see?
Yeah, that's the bad part about it.
Yeah.
I've seen a few people get creamed, and you're just like, ugh, that's too close to home.
So let's ask you this: as a firefighter, have you seen serious mountain biking accidents that you guys have had to get called into?
No, surprisingly, really not, actually. I mean, much of our area doesn't cover any specific trail other than, I was stationed out in the Tankavati Valley forever.
Yeah,
And Milagrosa drops right down.
that's
right?
like one of the hardest trails in Tucson,
Yeah,
right?
and I tell my crew all the time, someday we're going out on a wilderness rescue on Milagrosa. It's never happened yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I know people who've been hurt in Milagrosa, but they just don't have the mentality of calling for help, right? They just get their buddies
They just figure it out.
just drag them out of there, basically.
Right.
But, someday it's going to happen. Somebody's going to get heloed out off Milagrosa, right? You've ridden it, you know what it's like. So amazingly not.
Have you ridden it?
I've ridden it twice, ever.
I wonder.
Is it crazy? Is it like gnarly?
It's been forever, and it's one of those things. It's bike dependent, right? Like
Yeah.
we were talking about, right? Like bikes are so much better than they used to be.
Yeah.
What you would have ridden in, with no dropper post and 80 millimeter of elastomer suspension would have scared the living daylights out of you, right? But now you probably go ride it and be like, no, that's completely rideable.
So
I want to hit it.
So what is your like?
Let's do it.
What's your group of bikes look like right now? What do you have? What are you riding?
An S-Works Epic,
Right on.
for the cross country,
With a brain or without a brain?
brain front and rear.
Wow.
And a Trek Fuel EX, much like this guy here rides, right? So I have the EX, which is a little bit more capable.
Yeah.
Plus, I just ordered a 36 Fox factory last night.
I put a factory on my bike, and he's like,
I just ordered one last night. I'm not even going to tell you the sale because you've missed it. Because I checked today and they were all out. I can only assume Fox has massive things coming for 2023 because the price on the 22.
Was it the one? Did you get it from Jensen's?
I did.
And it
How
was the
much
Fit
was it?
4 damper.
Yes.
And it was
I did
$500
see that,
bucks.
It was
$500.
$599 with
saw that.
20% off in the cart. So you end up paying like $440 for a 36 factory.
Yeah.
Like what? Okay, it's got the Fit 4 versus the Grip 2, but whatever, right?
Yeah.
I don't like farting around with stuff that much anyway. I like
We went
the
back.
sale.
He sent it to me like last week.
I
He's like,
looked at that.
he's like, what do you think, dude? I'm like, I don't know. And like, I was researching the Fit 4. I'm like, I think it's gonna be okay. He's like, I don't know. I want those.
Yeah, the 280 different settings that you can set up with the Grip 2. But
I've got the Grip 2 on mine.
which is great, right? I'm sure it's phenomenal.
I can't figure out how to get it dialed though. There's too many knobs.
Yeah, people say it's a 2 or 3 week process of riding it every day to get it figured out.
Yeah.
And I don't mind tinkering, but that seems like a lot of messing around.
That's an
Excessive.
investment, right?
Yeah, and everybody says, I think the Grip 2 is more set up you set it up like a downhill fork.
So did you go with? Did you get additional travel on yours? Did you go to a 150?
I went with a 150, right? So my year, I came with the 130 front and rear.
Okay.
Which yours may be 140
It is.
because
His
maybe
is
you're newer,
140.
right? Mine was 130 front and rear, so I've gone up to 150.
What's your headset angle on that one? Do you remember?
I don't know, 67 something or something like that. The extra 20 mil is going to slacken it by a degree. So that might be good. It might be bad. I don't know.
Makes sense.
I just never thought about that. Okay,
you're
that
lifting
makes
it.
sense.
Yeah, 20 mil adds out to about a degree.
Okay.
So anyway, we'll see how it goes. But coming off a 32 mil Revelation, I think, is on that bike. What's what I have on. It's going to be night and day. And I just wish I'd had it. I wish I'd had it a few weeks ago.
So do you have a hard time switching back and forth between that EX8 and that does not have a brain and like the Epic, brain?
I don't tend to ride the Trek on the same trails that I'm riding the Epic anyway. I mean, I could, but generally they're different trails. So it doesn't seem, it's like switching back from a road bike to a mountain bike. It's
just
completely
have a
different.
different
but
mindset.
Yeah, the second you get on it, you instantly adapt, right? So,
I just bought an Epic Evol.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
like 130, 120.
yeah.
My first carbon frame.
Super nice.
Yeah. It's got the SID on the front, which I hate. And so I just ordered a 34 step cast
Yep.
for it
Yep.
and get rid of that SID.
The SID might be a bit noodly for you.
Yeah. I'm a little heavy, so I need a little bit of support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that and a couple of road bikes and gravel bikes and some old road bikes.
What are the gravel bikes you're riding?
Just the gravel bike is a Diamondback. It's a carbon, but it's a Diamondback, so it's nothing particularly fancy.
Right.
It broke. I fixed it. And so
the frame broke?
Yeah. But they were cool. Great warranty. I called them and they said, we can replace the frame or we can give you a credit. And it was during COVID. They couldn't get any frames. So they paid me out a decent amount of money. And
you just took it to one of the local folks?
No, I bought the kit off of Amazon and watched a YouTube video.
You did a self-repair of a carbon bike?
There is nothing. There's nothing to it.
Explain to us how this happens. What's the process?
There is nothing. Watch a couple of videos. It's like anything. If you've ever done fiberglass repair or epoxy repair, it's the same exact process. It's just matting and epoxy. Okay. And they want you to believe it's rocket science. It's not even close.
Nice.
If I die in a horrendous bike accident caused by a destroyed frame, you can make me eat my words.
Where did it crack? Like, where did it break?
Chain stay right behind the crank.
Oh wow. Okay. So yeah, not an important spot.
Not that big deal. No, you've got two of them. That's why they give you two.
Was it an impact or was it a?
No, it just broke. I was cleaning it one day and I'm like, oh, that's weird. What's all that? And you look and it's all cracked and there's fibers hanging out and stuff. I have no idea how it happened, and I wasn't mountain biking it. So anyway,
how do you feel about carbon versus aluminum? What's your take on that?
This wouldn't be the first time we've had this conversation.
Oh, I'm sure. Like carbon's great, right? But it's probably overrated, right? Yeah. In the sense that like it's another marketing thing, right? We all had aluminum bikes, but they weren't selling us new bikes. So the new latest greatest thing comes along, and they all decide this is you're going to have it, right? So
stiffer.
It's stiffer. It's both stiffer and more compliant. It's all that garbage nonsense marketing hype, right? All the things. Laterally stiff, vertically compliant. Isn't that the phrase? So anyway,
but don't hit it with a rock.
Yeah, but it's nonsense.
I'm really into the durability of aluminum.
I hear you. Yeah. But this is the only time I've ever broken a carbon frame, so it's not been a big deal for me. I've always had good luck. I'm sure you'll be fine with your Specialized and everything else.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So, Craig, you mentioned you wish you had the Fox factory, I think, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
What happened?
So, so my brother lives in the UK. Obviously, I'm here. We don't see each other very often. So,
what part of the UK does he live in?
He lives just outside of, he lives in a town called Crewe. He spent his whole career working for Bentley, which is based in Crewe.
Nice.
They eat a lot of crumpets at Bentley.
They eat crumpets nonstop. That's all they do. I think you get lifetime crumpets with your Bentley. Perfect. For that money, you should.
Definitely.
But so Crewe's just sort of outside of Metz, 30 minutes from Manchester or something. Anyway, it's not far from Wales. So we don't get together often, but when we do, every 2 years, I'll go there, and then 2 years later he'll come here, and vice versa. We're on about our 12th cycle of this, which we affectionately call brocation. Because it's just him and I, and every now and again a special guest will be invited along for some of it.
Is this like a hooker or something?
No. Just another dude with a mountain bike.
Okay.
Our wives are very,
they trust you.
They're gracious, but not that gracious.
So your brother is a mountain biker.
So he mountain bikes as well. He's really a windsurfer, actually. He windsurfs 90% of the time, and then I don't windsurf anymore, and I couldn't keep up with him on windsurfer for anything. So now we mountain bike all the time. But he was riding an old bike. I finally talked him into getting a 29er full suspension, so he upgraded to that for this brocation, which just happened a month or so ago.
What did he get? Did he buy one of the British brands like
he
Cube
bought
or
a YT Jeffsy.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's, yeah.
So he managed to pull a YT Jeffsy, like in their Carbon Pro model, off eBay, close by to where he was for some ridiculous cost. And that all came down to... we can get into the whole mountain biking scene in the UK if you want to, because it's a completely different scene.
Yeah, we definitely want to hear about that.
Yeah. And based on that scene, you want to buy something like a YT Jeffsy, and people are just basically giving them away. So he bought like an immaculate YT Jeffsy Pro, which was, a nice build, $5,000-$6,000 price range for like $1,200.
What?
Yeah, and that's the going price on eBay for those things.
So, I should get some shipped here.
Yeah, especially with the exchange rate,
right?
You do the
dollars,
do the dollar to pound.
Dollar's killing it right now. I mean, it's even more than a pound. Honestly. I think yesterday I thought it was 0.98 for the pound or something. It was crazy.
Yeah, the exchange rate's insane. So anyway,
it must have been a good trip for you then.
Yeah, I don't really spend any money. We have a philosophy of one person travels, the other person plans and pays for everything.
Oh,
and then we flip-flop it. So I wasn't really ever exchanging any money into pounds particularly. But I felt like I wanted to go and spend because I felt bad not doing, because I'm feeling like, you know.
Yeah, you should have bought me like a Land Rover Defender and brought it back. Right. You could have charged me an extra $5,000. I would have paid it.
Yeah. I mean, I shipped the bike. I shipped the fuel over there because it's a much more capable bike, which is like.
You paid to ship the fuel over there?
No, it just on the plane.
Okay.
Bike box, $100, no big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
MPV.
So way cheaper than renting a bike for 8 days, 9 days.
Yeah.
So,
okay, so you got the Jeffsy for 12. So okay. I hate to interrupt you, but I'm really interested in what are the conditions that lead to getting a Jeffsy for $1,200 in England? Like, why is it like that?
So the whole riding scene over there, right? Like public lands are not anywhere near as right. Well, they just don't have the volume of public lands like we do. Like we can just go ride 5,000 acres out our back door, right?
Yeah.
Trails everywhere.
For sure.
UK, it's either privately owned, and if it is publicly owned, it's very much controlled, right? So you can't necessarily ride bikes on it. It's hikers only. It's this, that. It's a national park. It's a something else. So they really got into building mountain bike specific trail centers.
Yeah, trail centers.
Right, trail centers are that's where everybody rides.
Okay.
And trail centers are all built on hills.
Yep.
And you deal with the uphill, but it's all about the downhill. Right?
So is it like flow trails? Like
very much flow. They separate flow and technical.
Yeah.
And it's like if you go to a bike park here, right?
So it's like our bike parks.
Yeah, there's like red, green, blue, black, double black, pro line. You know, they categorize the trails. You got maps. The berms are perfect. The jumps are perfect. Everything's just incredible. And then at the bottom, you've got a cafe and a bike shop.
And they've got like the dirt's just amazing over there, right? So
incredible.
It's like Pacific Northwest dirt, right?
Right. And even the fact that it rains all the time,
Doesn't
they
matter.
know how to build these trails.
Yeah. Wow.
You can ride these trails 365 days a year if you're so inclined.
Oh, wow.
So trail centers are amazing.
Do you change your setup, your tires and everything on your truck when you ship it over?
You always play the ice, right? I always go at the end of September, seems about the time, and it could be super sloppy. We always get lucky, and it's not. So you never know whether to run a really sloppy kind of oriented tire, but we always get away with what we have.
Okay. So what did you run? What tires were you running?
Conti Mountain Kings.
So the same tires you're running here on our soft or hard, you took over there and rode in the loam.
Right. But I mean,
drop your PSI.
I could see where those would work.
Those are big tires. You know, those are great on things like bugs and prison and things like that, right? Local, more gnarly trails, but a little slow around.
I way over tire on my bikes, man. I ride Maxxis, DHR, and DHF, super slow, super grippy.
Yeah, minions and all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so, I just don't want to get hurt.
And those are probably the big thing, but because of the gravity element, right? So you've got the bike parks where you pedal up, and then you've got all the bike parks with uplift, and they're all uplift by van and trailer. They're not ski resorts.
Okay,
right?
so they just shuttle you out.
They have a 15-passenger Sprinter van. They have a huge trailer on the back. You stand your bikes up vertically. Like Bike Park Wales, which is down in the south of Wales, is probably the premier bike park in the UK right now.
Okay,
and they run. I mean, you buy tickets. It's $40 a day for uplift or something like that, and they have 15 Sprinter vans in rotation up and down the mountain constantly all day long. You never wait. You just roll up, put your bike on the rack, get in the Sprinter van, which smells okay at the beginning of the day, but by the end of the day,
it's rough.
15 stinky dudes in there all day long, and they trundle you up the mountain, and you just ride downhill.
Who's riding? Are they all locals? Are they from everywhere?
People are from everywhere. People honestly are coming from Europe. Some of those bike parks, and Wales and Scotland have bitten off this whole bike park scene at a massive level. I mean, you're talking like some of them are private, but they all got funding from government. A lot of them in Wales got funding from the EU before Brexit, right? Which is kind of ironic.
It's like, hey, thanks a lot.
They got millions and millions of dollars to build all these bike trails, but for really like just much of Wales was mining area. And so all the mines closed, coal mines and slate mines, they all closed. So they're all economically depressed areas, especially South Wales. So they built all these bike parks.
Well suited for trails too.
Oh, just hills, right? And so hills and hills and hills. Yeah. And so they attracted all this money and they built these bike parks, and now people come, they stay in the pubs, then the Airbnbs, the hotels, you name it. They bring tons of money and they buy $10,000 Santa Cruzes while they're there.
So you still haven't gotten to the point where we're getting the Jeffsy for $1,200.
So right. So the point is, right, everybody's super into enduro.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the uplift, or even if you do have the uplift, everybody's into e-bikes, right?
So it's just not an e-bike and not enough travel.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
It's not an e-bike. Why would anybody want a bike to go downhill? You got to pedal uphill. Nobody wants to do that. And if you're not paying for the uplift and you want to just show up and pay your $15 to use the park all day, you got to go uphill. How many times can you do that in a day? How many runs downhill can you get? Because it's predicated upon how many times you want to ride to the top of the mountain, right? So everybody's on e-bikes. And I mean, when I say everybody, I'm talking like 70% of all the bikes you see are e-bikes now.
You're kidding me.
No, it's way more than half. It's like everybody has an e-bike.
I feel like I'm too young for an e-bike, man.
That's what I tell myself. But then you go and you're like, I don't know.
Have you ridden one yet?
No. Well,
Don't do it.
a road bike. I've tried a road bike. I set up for a friend once that she got one shipped in. And, you're like, this is kind of neat. But again, like, I don't need it. I'm not that old yet. So
God, a road bike. That must have been like a rocket ship.
yeah, it was quick. It's like a 50 mile an hour tailwind. That's just what it felt like. It's like, who turned the fan on?
Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. But the e-bikes are huge over there. So everybody just selling all their regular, trail, enduro, downhill bikes are just selling them for next to nothing and buying e-bikes.
Will that battery last all day on the uphill?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could probably ride 4 or 5 hours easy on those.
Dude, those bikes
How
are
much does it
expensive.
cost to ship a bike from England to here?
I don't know if you look at like what's FedEx or UPS or something like that. I'm sure you could do it, but it's got to be pretty pricey.
Well, if you take a vacation,
But then you got to deal with the
bring
damn
a bike
brakes,
box.
right? You got to deal with the damn brakes. You got to switch the brakes because they run like right. You know that in England the brakes are on the other side.
Yeah, they run moto style.
Moto style brakes.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Wow. So the first time I rode a British bike,
You just
did it endo.
Oh, you're not talking about on the tire. It's the
Left and right?
The levers.
It's the levers. Yeah.
So when I got my dirt bike, I had to deal with that a little bit too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they call it moto style, right? Because your front brake's same place on that.
Because you got a clutch.
That's moto style.
Yeah.
You know what I'm riding right now? I'm riding a Vitus.
I saw
Mythique.
this, which you probably bought off Chain Reaction, I'm
I
assuming.
bought from Chain Reaction.
Of
It
course
was
you did.
shipped from Taiwan to England, then from England to here.
Yeah. Yeah. A bang for the buck, right?
Great. I mean,
amazing.
if you go out and look at it, it looks nothing like the budget bike it was. It's got factory front and back.
Right.
It's far from a budget
It's
bike.
not a
now.
budget bike anymore. The only thing that's left is the frame that's standard. But
It did start out like, hey, I got the cheapest bike here, but that quickly.
Right.
well, then I kept like the wheels lapsed. It lasted a month. Yeah, I destroyed them in a month, and then things just kept breaking. I'm hard on bikes, so
Yeah. Well, you're fast on bikes.
that's exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
Not fast.
So on the downhill with the electric bikes, with the extra weight and everything,
Right.
how do they maneuver?
So we talked to a couple of people, right? Because I'm thinking the same thing. Like most people are running a 2.6. I mean, really burly tires, right? Like e-bike specific, probably Minions or whatever, right? Just massive rubber on there. But because the guy said, oh man, these things are so planted, way more planted, and you feel way more secure to the ground than you do on a regular bike because that center of gravity is low and that extra weight just keeps the suspension hugging the ground. You know what I mean? You're in the sag, everything's set up right. And they say you honestly, when you get back on a regular bike, it feels so light and skittish that you don't feel as near as secure, which I can understand.
They're like 55 pounds,
yeah,
right?
50, 55, I think is like the average weight.
Right. It's
And
crazy.
Like 12,
Which sounds like a
15
lot,
grand.
but really, right? You're like, it's not that much, I suppose.
It's like what?
It sounds like a lot when you're a weight weenie.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you're like, well, okay, it's not like a motorcycle, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, I just can't imagine, my bike weighs like 35 pounds. I can't imagine like putting a 20-pound bike on my way.
Right.
I put 20-pound weight on my bike and ride it around.
Yeah,
It
but
feels
I said, but
crazy.
if it was down low, it's where the motor is in the battery. Maybe it's all figured
maybe
out.
it'd be all right.
I don't know. I'm starting to. I was in two minds about how I felt about e-bikes. Part of me is the weight weenie and the bike snobbish kind of like, there's no need for them, this, that, and the other. But honestly, this time, I think the last time I was in the UK 4 or 5 years ago, I saw a fair number of them. This time, we were out at a trail center. And all the trail centers are at the bottom of the valley. And so it's uphill the minute you get out of the parking lot, like whichever way you go, it's uphill. And, we're 10 miles climbing up to the top of this mountain on one of the more remote parks where there's no uplift. And there's a couple of women up there who are middle-aged, a little pudgy, right? They don't look like...
Eating a bunch of crumpets.
Well, yeah, right. Bunch of crumpet-eating Welsh girls. And they're these middle-aged, and they're both on Santa Cruz e-bikes, which, you're talking like 10 grand or something, and they're locals and they're up there. And I'm thinking to myself, no offense, but the chances are without the e-bike, they probably wouldn't be up at the top of this mountain right now.
No.
Right?
Not
So-
without a lift.
Well, without a lift, right? So you're thinking, this is amazing. They are actually local. They picked up this sport. They're out there doing it. They're not on the couch. right? And they're out there
cool.
enjoying these trails. And so the advocacy level goes up hugely because it's not just the hardcore dudes who are riding these trails.
It
It's
opens up.
It's like a family sport now all of a sudden, right? Even mom wants an e-bike and everything else, which my budget wouldn't extend to buying all those bikes. For,
Right.
That's like I got to conserve money for my bikes.
Yes.
But I just decided, you know what? That's it. Screw it. I'm all in. Like I'm all in on e-bikes.
So have you bought one yet?
No, because we are still so backwards. The irony is that, the Europeans love to make fat American jokes, right?
But they're the ones riding
But
e-bikes.
they're the ones riding the e-bikes. And over here, you think we'd have been the first to adopt them.
And we're like, no,
We're like, no, you're not allowed to ride that here.
I would say you're saying like, these people that have lots of hills and have to ride up. When you live in Arizona, like the reason I'm pro e-bike, but I feel like I've got years of riding in me before I need pedal assist.
I
right?
agree.
That's kind of my perspective, right? I need the pedal. I need it for me more than the ride.
Is there an age group, or what's driving the e-bike hype?
I don't know that it's just an age group. I mean, originally that's what I thought, right? Like, this dude's like 65, good for him. He's
still riding.
Retired to the e-bike, but he's probably done plenty of pedaling in his life. But now, all the hardcore downhill dudes are all on e-bikes. Everybody's, like I say, in their mentality, I think it's just a case of if I come out here for 4 hours, I can either get one run in or I can get 6 runs in.
Yeah. I mean, right? If I had one, I could probably pull a 108-mile lap.
You could do the BFL.
You could do the
That's one thing I've definitely thought. Like, we could go do some epic, like, backcountry rides.
Like, you could bring your regular bike, and we would bring motorized bikes, and we could ride together.
Maybe the value now, right? Like, a friend of mine just bought his wife an e-bike. They like to ride together, but they're at 2 different levels. Yep. And so now this levels the playing field for them. Right.
Lacey's been talking about getting me one for that same reason.
Like, hey, that hurts my feelings. But, and I talked to her, and so going uphill completely levels the playing field. The problem is she's still nowhere near as confident coming downhill, right? So she's never going to be technically as proficient necessarily, but she can get up that mountain and make him.
She might be technically proficient. She just needs some time to learn.
Just needs
right?
a little time.
You kind of have to ask the question, right? You're saying those bikes are planted well on your flowy stuff, but I wonder what a 50-pound bike is like going down real techie, sketchy stuff. Because at that point, it's not.
Probably not as flickable, right?
Yeah, and you don't have really gravity pulling. You got everything working.
But would it just like tank through?
Well, right. That's the thing, right? You've ridden motorcycles or dirt bikes, right? When it gets hairy, you just hang on, point it, and just it'll just like don't try to go around things, just go over them.
Yeah, I agree.
So there's probably
there's
some
a
of that.
level of confidence for that to work, though, right? Because you get that whiskey throttle the wrong person, and things get out of control quick.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe we'll get there, but we need to figure out all this trail stuff with whether it's legal and illegal and all of these things. So
we'll figure it out.
I'm sure we will.
It's coming.
Well, they got the signs is it McKinsey? No e-bikes out there.
No e-bikes allowed. Arizona Trail, they keep discussing but it's technically, I think the problem is the laws. This is getting boring. The laws were written for motorized and non-motorized. The concept of a motorized electric bicycle was never nobody knew that. It was either a bicycle or a motorcycle.
Right.
So all the laws were written to non-motorized, right? So Arizona Trail falls under that. Yeah. And now they're like, we need a different category. Yeah, you just need to create a new one.
They just got to figure it out.
Versus the loud 2 strokes and.
But I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. When's the last time you saw someone out there checking to see if he had an e-bike?
Right. Who's going to care?
I mean, catch me, right? That would be kind of my.
I can't even tell. And we were listening. I was a couple of weeks ago. I was listening to Pink Bike, and they're saying that a lot of the bikes are going to like bigger frames, even for their pedal bikes, so that there's less visual distinction between the e-bike model and the pedal. Like,
that's
they're starting to like increase the size of their carbon frame, so that you can't really tell a difference between an e-bike and a pedal bike.
It's inconspicuous.
Oh. Crazy.
Yeah, that is. So what kind of trails do you guys ride up there? Are you on the double blacks all the time, you and your brother?
No, we're getting old and stuff, and we've never been that proficient, right? Like I didn't grow up hucking BMX in a big way or anything like that. So I think my cycling skills are still very marginal, but
don't listen to them.
But that said, there's no question, right? Like those trails, they have this nice little thing they do, especially like Bike Park Wales, where they have a qualifier, which is a feature as you enter the trail that you can usually on site before you drop into the trail. So you can basically say, boy, that looks really scary. And that gives you an indication of what's coming down the trail, right?
Smart.
So you've got a qualifying thing that if you don't want to drop that 6-foot huck, don't drop it here because there's going to be more of them. So they figure this all out. So with the qualifier, like you start off, you're like, well, let's take a couple of easy blue runs, get this filled out. And then before you know it, you get a little confident, you get a little more confident, and you're hitting things at the beginning of the very same day you would have said, no way, man, I'm not hitting that. And by the end of the day, you're hitting. Now, we didn't get the double black diamonds. And we saw some of the local guys. You can tell the local guys because on the ride up in the bus, they're usually talking about the latest plate or screw, right? So those are the hardcore guys, right? Which is what titanium plate and what bone has been screwed together most recently. They're comparing scars and stuff. These guys are nuts. Plus, if you're really hardcore, you have to wear like jeans, right? If you're not wearing a pair of like
jorts,
skinny jeans, right? You're not really that good.
That's what they do, like punk rock style.
It's kind of like a skinny jean thing. Yeah,
totally. Do you guys wear a full kit? Do you wear L pads, knee pads, full face helmet?
No, so we weren't wearing that. Most people were wearing full face, but we don't own those. And I'm like, what's that going to give me a false sense of security? And I'm still going to break everything else. My face will be okay, but everything else will be broken. Still going to go to work at some point.
Have you had any bad crashes over there?
No. So touch wood. We've been 12 seasons of brocation. And nobody's ever laid a bike down bad. And we've ridden all of the Scottish trails, all of the Welsh trails, and so far.
Hey, Craig, I know you've been here for a long time, but we say knock on wood. Touch wood means something else.
I know what I'm saying.
Don't touch it.
I know exactly what I'm saying.
So Craig, when your brother comes over here, what does he think about the trails over in the United States in Arizona?
Yeah, so we've ridden Moab, Sedona a couple of times, St. George, Southern Utah, that kind of stuff. So
what's St. George like? You like it?
St. George is great. Yeah. They got some good trails. And it's fun because you can mix it up with, you can mountain bike and then you can go ski at Bryan Head in the same vacation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So we try to do multiple activities, not just necessarily just biking.
These brocations sound fantastic.
So brocation is definitely good. Yeah.
So I'm thinking we got to
St. George is well
adopt
worth
that tradition.
It's well worth the drive. Cool. They got some great trails.
Have you done Angel Fire yet? I'm like a broken record with Angel Fire.
I have not, but I did see you guys riding it.
Go.
And,
just go.
Yeah, I know.
It's awesome.
It's a bit of a drive, but yeah.
Just go.
See,
do some fly fishing on the rifle or on the Rio Grande there.
I think I would rather go back to Moab than Angel Fire.
Chad, he's scared of Angel Fire.
I'm not scared of Angel Fire. Day one, I was
terrified of Angel Fire.
I just, it's high speed, high stakes. I don't want to break my face, but I get out there and I don't really have a whole lot of fear.
So much fun.
Yeah,
it's
so
fun.
Much fun.
So is Moab.
There's something about the manicured, groomed, engineered trails, right? You throw yourself in the corner at 30 miles an hour and it's going to be cambered just right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And those trails are cut immaculate.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they've been doing it a long time.
We did Park City, Deer Valley.
What was Park City like?
That's phenomenal. Yeah, amazing. So that's obviously ski lift, and you can just run all day.
I mean, is it lots of flow trails or is
tons
it
of flow?
And built pretty well?
Yeah, big flow. Plus lots of techie stuff down through the trees.
Yeah.
So
that Park City's huge. I bet there's a ton of riding.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could spend a couple of weeks in Park City.
Is it just as bougie in the summertime as it is in the winter?
That's what I don't.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, for sure. We didn't stay, but
so I need to have like a $500,000 bike to rent there.
Yeah, right. And
just go stay in Evanston.
Pull up in my Bentley and my Crumpets.
Maybe it's a good license plate. Crumpet?
You should get that.
That's a great plate. Man, I see if that's taken.
You should. Yeah. It probably is not in Arizona.
Probably not. I know what I'm doing when I get home.
So you do a lot of also riding around here, like against Stalker on Strava.
Yeah.
And some of your rides are like beast mode. So talk to us a little bit about the
beast mode. Me?
Yeah. Well, compared to us, man, you got to put it in perspective.
Can I just add on a bunch, right? So I talked to you about that 108-mile ride, and I was stalking you today. I'm like, what was that ride? And dude, I finally quit stalking him. Like, holy shit, this guy rides so much. You've got like 1 million rides this year, so I gave up. I remember
it's been a couple of years. I think since the last time I did that loop.
Oh my gosh!
And it was in April, and it snowed on me. I remember that. So
I remember when you posted that. Everybody I work with some bikers. I'm like, dude, look at this.
So what the hell are you guys talking about?
So it's not so creative. It's just a big loop, right? So you start Tanque Verde Valley area. I don't know, the McDonald's or something like that. Catalina Highway, Tanque Verde. Head east, go up over Reddington, drop down into the San Pedro Valley,
gosh,
20 miles north
so far.
Yeah, then you got to get up to, it's not Oracle, it's Mammoth, right? No, it's not Mammoth. I'm saying
San Manuel.
Thank you, San Manuel. Get to San Manuel. You can refuel. They got a little gas station there, and then you head up the control road up the back of Mount Lemmon and back down the front.
Dude, that is insanity.
You riding the road down, or are you doing the lemon drop down?
No, that would be epic.
There's an idea.
Yeah, if you could lemon drop after that ride, that would be something else. But no, just riding the road down.
So that's one contiguous ride versus camping?
No, yeah, right. Just
108
Dude, that is insane. I drove over Reddington Pass, and I got bored and tired. Yeah. Just driving.
It's a drag. Yeah, Reddington's a drag, but then when you look on the profile, when you get done, you realize Reddington's like a blip compared to the.
Is it really?
The back of Mount Lemmon.
So what is that road up the back of Mount Lemmon? What's that like?
It's just long, and the problem is it gets steeper and steeper as you go up. So the last 6 miles of that, there's an old mine up there, and so getting to the mine's one thing, but the last 6 miles, I've never done it and not regretted it. In that last 6 miles, yes.
You've been like, what the hell am I doing?
Just like, this isn't fun at all.
Do you do this by yourself or with a group?
I've done it with a few guys. We've done it in the summer as a night ride, setting off at like midnight or something like that, and doing it at night because it's hot, right? Obviously, but generally it's an excuse to do it by myself and just
there's
just a
probably
long
not
day
many
out.
people that can do it with you. I mean, that's that's a pretty select crowd.
There's tons of guys. So I rode it. I don't know. I've done it half a dozen times, let's say. There was a guy who used to live here in town who now he's an out-of-town guy. Dan Naif was his name. And Naif doubled it one day. He rode it, got back to the parking lot and just decided, I think he decided there and then, and this was on a single speed, decided to go and ride it again.
A single speed? Mm-hmm.
But he did win single speed nationals, 24-hour. Like he's won national 24-hour single speed. So the guy's a machine.
Yeah.
Clearly.
But to double it,
216 miles in one day. I mean, that's like 20. How many hours?
I don't even know.
24 hours or something.
Yeah, a solid lap for me on that is like nine and a half hours. So he's probably looking at 18 hours or something like that.
Oh my God!
A huge day.
But I can't imagine climbing that mountain on a single speed.
Sitting on a seat that long.
Well, that's the beauty of single speed. You're not sitting on a single speed. You obviously haven't spent enough time on a single speed.
Do you still ride a single speed at all?
Yeah, I have one. It's the same thing? Not really.
No, I don't. I'm out of it now.
I've had one for 10 years. I think it's got like 900 miles on it now. I'm hoping to break 1,000 one day.
Crushed my knees, dude. It's like not worth it. I'm like, fuck it. I'm not.
Still think it's fun once in a while. It's fun to switch it up.
Your best times were on that single speed.
My best times are on single speed.
Yeah, some of my sections on the Arizona Trail, my PRs are on the single speed.
It's like the slight uphill stuff where you can't bitch out.
You have no
choice.
To
just grind through it.
Yeah,
it was the 24-hour race up in whatever Oracle.
Yeah, I've never ridden the single speed on that. No, I lie. I rode that one. I've done one lap. When I did a solo, when I did the last lap of that solo, I did on my single speed because the weather was so crap that year that my geared bike was not real happy. So I just was like, I'm taking. I just didn't want to replace old drivetrain. I was just being cheap more than anything. So I was like, screw it, I'm taking the single speed.
Are you racing out there this year?
I'm not. No, I missed the sign up. I think I was in the UK, and I just kind of missed it. So I'm not sure what I'm doing.
You might get added to a team or something later on. We'll see.
It might happen.
What kind of racing are you doing nowadays?
Not much of anything. So,
did you do the fall Fondo?
Nah, this wasn't this year's. This was a different year.
So it was like yesterday, right?
Yeah, they just did it this weekend.
What
I think
is it?
It's great. It's a fundraiser for El Grupo. So it's not a race by any means, but 24-hour typically, and then a few dirty bunnies that are getting run out at Mackenzie these days.
Have you done it at Mackenzie?
Yeah, done the.
They were supposed to do it last weekend, but they canceled it because there were so many bike events going on, Cyclovia, and then the Fondo, and also the Enduro race that MBAA had.
Yep, exactly.
I'm a little out of touch. What's the Dirty Bunny?
The Dirty Bunny.
It started out as 100 miles on the bunny trail at Fantasy Island.
Oh my God!
No, I think 100K.
100K. Okay, 100K.
Because I've soloed it a few times. It's long. It's a lot of laps of the old bunny trail. This was before bunny trail got mashed up with all the housing and stuff. But it was an underground race, always unofficial.
Yeah, like bring a 6-pack of beer or something.
It attracted like
or something.
200 people or something. There was a big crowd, real big crowd.
Wow.
But the Dirty Bunny, there was the bunny, and the Dirty Bunny was you drink a beer on every lap. So if you did the bunny trail was 12 laps of the bunny trail to do the 100K.
That's a lot of beers.
That's a lot of beer. 12 beers. I'm not riding a bike. I'm not doing anything after 12 beers. So that was the.
I've ridden a bike after 12
that was
beers.
known as the. That was the lush bunny. Yeah, that was the lush bunny. So anyway, they restricted the lush bunny down to 50K. Just because 6 beers is reasonable, right?
You can get a good buzz off 6 beers.
Right, that's fine. Plus, you're wearing it off when you're out there. So anyway, it's
listen, that's bullshit. Let me tell you. I was at a 24-hour race one time, drinking whiskey, hammered off my mind, and this triathlete looks like you comes up. He was on our team, and he was like, "Hey, you should go do a lap." I'm like, "I'm really drunk." He's like, "Listen." You don't understand. Within like the first 3 miles, your body will metabolize all that alcohol. You'll be stone cold sober. That's bullshit. I was drunk that whole damn lap. That was the worst lap I've ever done out there. Not listening to you skinny guys.
Dangerous stuff.
Yeah,
I take offense at being referenced to a triathlete, by the way. I'm going to let that one go.
I meant it as a compliment, so you can take it for what it's worth.
So when you do the 108 miles, are you riding a gravel bike setup?
No, I've always done it on like the Epic. You know, there's enough crap road out there that
the Epic helps.
Which is why I shared it with everybody. I'm like 108 miles on a mountain bike. Mm-hmm. That's
well, it's an Epic with the brain. It's not really a mountain bike. It's not really a mountain bike.
Yes, it is. When you do 108 miles, it is a mountain bike.
It's got a brain. So. It's like a gravel bike.
But it's totally gravelable.
You need a brain somewhere on that.
So you can go up the backside of Mount Lemmon on like that.
Oh, yeah.
On a gravel bike?
Oh, yeah. Well, they do the gravel race out there in October. They have that one gravel race
up the backside of Mount Lemmon.
Yeah, it's a loop. It goes up to the mine and then comes down. There's two roads. One is called Black Hills and the other is the control road.
I mean, it's a passable road, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
People drive up it all the time.
You could drive your Honda Civic up there.
Really?
Yeah. Not in the winter, obviously.
Yeah.
But as long as it's not snowed, yeah. You can drive anything. You can drive anything up there slowly.
Is there a place you can park like at the bottom where you can just ride up the mountain and come back down?
Yeah. I mean, anywhere along there's tons of space. You got that big YMCA camp out there and all of that stuff. There's 100 places. It sounds like
I've never been back out there, man.
Pepper Sauce is out there.
Yeah,
the cave.
Yeah, you ride right past it. Pepper Sauce. You can do a little cave.
I don't even know what Pepper Sauce is. So.
Oh, it's a great place. It's a cave tucked into the mountain.
Like an ice cave or something? Or?
No, it's like a cave. There's tons of string. People getting lost.
Yeah,
it's good. Good.
That sounds like fun.
That out.
Yeah.
Sounds like something we should bring a bunch of kids on.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. I need a gravel bike. That sounds like a cool one.
Gravel bike's fun. Yeah.
You love the gravel bikes, man.
I would like one.
It seems like every time I go out and ride my bike, I see Will Bissell. Do you know Will Bissell?
No.
He's like this epic BMX guy in Tucson, local guy. Will, shout out to you, bro, if you hear this. But every time I see him, he's riding this Diamondback or no, it's a Rocky Mountain gravel bike. We were at the Barrio, like dirt jumps.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he comes out on his gravel bike and he's hitting the dirt jumps on his gravel bike. I'm like,
right? He's whipping them.
That dude is. We saw him at Cyclovia on the same bike. Anyways, if you don't know him, the story's really
Some
pointless.
people are cooler than others, right? They always will be.
Yeah.
It's always those guys.
This is why we asked you to be on this podcast.
Yeah. It's definitely not me.
So, hey man, when I first got to know you, you had this little business going.
Yeah.
Like Vail Bicycle Works. Like so like tell us about that. How'd that work out? What was your thought? How did it play out? And like where are you at with it now?
We came out here to Vail 17 years ago. There was nothing out here, right? As far as like bike shops, Ben's wasn't here. Broadway bikes would have been the closest thing to anybody.
Right.
So I ended up riding with a bunch of guys, right? Most of these guys who were on the ride with Cirrus Visual, and nobody's got any mechanical sense at all. It seemed like everybody could ride, but nobody wanted to tinker, right? So I would end up just having guys with their bike. It would be a Friday night. We'd put on some music and
I'd be You're working on bikes in the garage.
Yeah, and then I realized after a while, I'm buying more and more tools. There's 119 different bottom bracket tools out there. You need every one of them. It seems like somebody's always showing up with something that you don't have the right tool for, right? So I'm like, well, I need to buy a bunch of tools, and so I just let's charge a little bit, make it worthwhile. Something that's obviously it's a hobby business. It's nothing else.
Yeah.
So, but it's span up a little bit, and for a while, I'm fortunate. My schedule, I only work 10 days a month. Anyway, right? So there's plenty of time off. right?
Just for the listeners, this is me giving I'm going to give the American middle finger and the British middle finger,
covering your bases.
And I was
cover my bases.
I was mentally passing that your way too.
Yeah. Well, it's 24-hour shifts, guys. Let's not talk about it. But I had time to do a little wrenching on the side, and it was like a little extra money. And the nice thing about it wasn't real money. It's like Monopoly money that I can just put in my bike fund, and then when I need bike stuff, I just buy bike stuff.
Or buy more tools.
Or buy more tools or more bike stuff, or, you impulse buy a new fork or whatever it is, right? Like, it's just there. It's play money. It's fun. And wrenching on bikes became super fun. I'd always done it on my own bikes. So, for a while, for several years, because I probably started it 10 years ago. So for a while, I was pretty busy.
Yeah.
And then I just got busier and busier to the point where, honestly, I just got a little sick of it. Just kind of like...
Became a job.
Not fun
it just
anymore.
became a job, right? Like anything else. And it just became a little bit, you come home. Sometimes you'd have a busy shift and you're just like, man, I got like 4 bikes I told them I would get done today or something. You know what I mean? And then you're putting pressure on yourself to
People
get it fixed.
dependent on you.
Yeah. So in the end, it just kind of ran its cycle. Totally fun. Still have all the tools. Still have somebody's bike in my garage more times than not. But usually it's just more on a totally casual basis.
So you're still kind of doing it, but like
Just
kind of on the DL.
Just for fun and on the DO for sure. Yeah. It's but who knows? Maybe one of these days I'll retire from my real job and maybe decide to spool it up a little bit more.
Yeah, right on.
Because you really, you don't have any overhead. You're in your garage. There's nobody telling you what to do, and you can just tinker away, and it's fun.
There's like not much I enjoy more than working on stuff with my hands, because my day-to-day job, I have to work with my mind. So you look around and you see like I'm building guitars and go out to my garage and
Tinkering.
Yeah, tinkering, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm actually toying around with like getting a bicycle mechanic certification right now.
Right.
Thought, hey, that might be interesting to do.
You're going to go, yeah.
So were you self-taught?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What about the new technologies on the bikes? Do you think you'd have to kind of learn some of that?
There's stuff always coming out, right? Like somebody's always reinventing everything, whether for better or worse. But I haven't had somebody in with the new SRAM AXS stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be a little interesting.
Mm-hmm. Have you dealt with any electronic shifting systems?
The Di2 stuff all day long.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that stuff? I was going to ask you that when we were on the electric bike topic.
Yeah, I have Di2 Dura Ace on my road bike. I didn't go shopping for it particularly. But
this is a guy that rides at Park City. He rides in Park City.
Right.
Yeah. They won't let you in without the entry, actually. They check your entry. But, it was on, and it was a great deal. The bike was an awesome deal, and I was like, cool, I guess I'm going to go electronic, see how this is. But I always enjoyed cables and stuff. Like, that was never a big deal. Yeah. It always worked well.
Is it as awesome as they say?
I think it is pretty much as awesome as they say. I haven't gone electronic on a mountain bike, and I guess I would feel a little bit of a mental hurdle to do that, only because you feel like it's more vulnerable, you're just a little out there, right? So on the road bike, all day long. I wouldn't bark at getting another mechanical Dura Ace set up again. If it was on the right bike, I'd be like, sure, I'll go back to cables.
Dura Ace.
But it would have to be.
Notice he said Dura Ace.
Yeah.
By the way, for you mountain bikers, that's like XTR.
My boss rides, his road bike has the electrical, and I don't know what components but he loves it. I mean, it's just the synchronization. He says it's so precise when it shifts, but the battery is what kills me.
The batteries last forever. I charge my road bike battery like a couple of times a year. It lasts forever. Wow. I've had it go out on me once, and when it does, I think you lose your front shifter, like the front derailleur is the one that goes, and then you still have your rear for a while before it's completely dead. So still get you home. But yeah, it's cool, I mean, it's super nice to, if you need to tune your rear derailleur, you just do it on the fly, right? From the controller on the bar, right?
You think Shimano's going to come out with a mountain?
Yeah, sure, right.
Soon.
They have to.
Soon.
Well, yeah.
What Seems are like Pink Bike was talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But, wireless probably as well, like SRAM now and everything else. So.
So Di2 is wired.
Yeah, Di2 is still wired. I don't think they ever went wireless.
So it's only SRAM that has wireless right now?
I believe so. I think mine's first generation Di2.
So that's old school stuff, man.
Yeah.
That was like back from when we went to Interbike. And remember Farewell was there? And they had converted that Di2 and put it on a mountain
bike shift.
Yeah.
With
Remember
that? With a little paddle.
Yeah, a little paddle.
Little switch.
How do you guys remember anything from that trip? Like the minor details are blurry.
I guess you drank more than we did, I guess.
I don't know.
I remember all of it.
Like,
did we walk like 17 miles or something on the street?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
We walked everywhere.
That was a good time. I've been to Interbike a few times. That was my favorite.
That was a phenomenal trip.
Have you been to Interbike other than that, or is that the only trip?
That was the only time.
That was so fun.
So if we go to CABDA this year, you want to go with us?
100%.
Okay. I do. I would like to go.
It's in the middle of the week, January 10th and 11th.
I work 10
He works
days.
10
I work
days
10
a week.
days a month.
A month. I mean,
Okay, I'm back to the middle finger.
I could probably squeeze it in.
Interbike was a blast.
Yeah. All right, so Hype Man here is new into the sport. You've been with us what, 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years into the sport.
Boy.
Yep. He's got a Josh Anderson special Frankenbike.
Okay.
And it's on one British.
Yeah, British,
right?
yeah.
British frame, 29er, old school geometry.
Yeah.
But it's well built, man. It's a 1x10. Mm-hmm. You know, it's got a Fox front. It's a decent build.
Sure.
But it's a little dated.
Yeah.
Can you help me?
You weld, right? We were thinking about just cutting it and
get a little more slack on it.
Changing the slack.
Yeah.
Can you help me convince him that like modern geometry and full suspension is like the right way to go right now?
Yeah, it is, right? You never go back, but it's fun to start. I think everybody should start on a hardtail.
Yeah.
You learn to ride right on a hardtail, right? You're not lazy. You stand up for bumps and dips and do like you should do.
That's a problem that Josh called me out on.
You just
followed
sit
me
over everything.
Yeah, I sit way too much.
Right.
Yeah.
Your back is still young.
No, it's not. I'm just lazy.
But you do right. But it's full suspension. It's so good it makes you lazy, which is fine in a way, right? Like who cares, right? But it's always fun to have a hardtail. But but you know things have changed, right? But everything's, I don't know. You know, at what point? I guess I don't have the imagination to see where's this going, right? How much longer, lower, and slacker can we get? Right? At the end of the day, like everything.
Do you know about the Grim Donut? Have you heard this story?
The Grim Donut?
No. So do you listen to Pink Bike at all?
Yeah. I have a couple of times.
Yeah. So they're awesome. But they made their own bike, the Grim Donut.
Okay.
They took the geometry to the
just
like extreme,
ridiculous,
like crazy,
yeah.
you know, like 62,
like
chopper. It looks like a chopper.
Just crazy stuff, right? And they took it out and wrote it. And then now they're building the Grim Donut too. You should.
Great
you
name.
should
And
do
was it awful or was it amazing?
It was like a combination of awful and amazing.
Yeah,
depends on the
amazing downhill.
I think it was more awful than amazing. Right?
Probably, right? There has to come a point where, I don't know, slack is slack enough, and you know, long is long enough, and you know, everybody's messing with all the geometry.
My argument with that is, and I talked to Josh, like these new bikes are super slack, but I feel like in the desert you don't need.
Right, you can be overbiked. You're overbiked, right? And what's the point of having? Do you need 160 mil of travel to go trundle around the local trails?
Well, that and when you have a real slack, long bike, they don't corner well, right? No, they don't turn well. They go straight.
Listen, it makes up for all my lack of skill. The slack headset,
your times have gotten significantly better. I know. Plus your enjoyment of the ride.
Yeah, it's more fun.
Yeah,
for sure, it's more fun.
But I still love my bike. But
the bike's awesome.
Yes, at some point, I'm going to go to the modern geometry, and I'm sure I'll love it.
But you know, there's something about like the Epic, right? For me, for the right trails, not for the every trail, but on the right trails, a bike that is so tight, so responsive, and feels like a cross country bike. Mm-hmm.
Your
I guess that's the roadie.
It's not the fresh Geo on that, right? I think when I saw you on we crossed the trail, it's got old geometry.
My Epic's a 14.
Yeah.
No, so I got the new Epic.
Things have changed.
But
I got the new Geo.
He smoked me with that crappy geometry.
He would smoke you with a Walmart bike.
I get it. So the point is, like, I mean, he was flying on that. So same trail.
It's fast. It's light. You know, but it's the right trail for it, right? Those trails are perfect for that kind of bike.
You know what I didn't realize is when you guys passed me the second time when we kind of crossed paths again, I started going up by the porta potties there, the toilets, and I get up on that hill and I'm going through the rocky section and I hear you guys and you're riding down there. It went all the way through there.
You guys skipped the tech.
Yeah,
that's how you go so fast.
So I was with a guy and he's like, "Oh man, I hate this section out from the cave from La Sevilla." He goes, "I never ride this." I say, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I always hate this section." I said, "Well, for one, it got manicured somewhere along the way, right? Some of those little steps that were tough to get up and clean, somebody kind of manicured it out, which isn't cool in a way. But anyway, he's like, nah, let's go this bypass. So we end up going up this. There is a big bypass.
I didn't know it existed.
Just for the record, I can't clear the manicured section. I'm sorry.
It's not completely manicured out, but it is compared to how it used to be, you know. So,
oh man.
It's such a fun section.
We did take a weird little bypass out there. Yeah.
I had just done that climb and I was dying, and I heard you guys and think, son of a bitch, you're gonna pass me again. No
on the
shit.
bypass.
I mean, I'm just like, that first climb after the toilet is so steep, and at that point in the ride, I was.
But for the record, since we were recording, you took the bypass to La Sevilla campground, and we took the hill on the single track. When we crossed right there, you went straight up the double track, right?
Yeah. Chad doesn't take any bypasses.
No.
Did you go up the double track?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know
I
what
did.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, I always do that one. But usually I'm not in that good a shape. So at that point,
corrected.
I'm suffering. Well, it's through the campgrounds there.
Yeah, so you rode the road through the campground. They went up off the trail. Yeah.
That's a tough little climb as well.
Hey, you just rode from our house or from your house, which is basically my house,
Yeah.
to McKinsey. Rode McKinsey and back.
Lord have mercy.
Can you clean that whole section?
Oh, yeah.
Everything?
Yeah.
Even the
Even the little step in the middle of the hill?
Yes.
Yeah. You got to just look. You got to find the right line.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Thank you. Yeah.
No shit, Craig.
Well, what I meant to say is you need to stop once and find the right line and play on it a little bit and be there's the right line.
I've
and then
done it like 30 times in a row and still can't clean.
You're talking up that steep, going up the
There's that
saddle
little punchy rock in the middle of the climb up. The posted.
I'm going to take a picture of that little punchy rock and I'm going to put it as the thumbnail for this.
I don't clean it every single time.
Okay.
Yeah.
You make me feel better. Thank
Every
you.
time I get there, I'm too tired to even session it. So I'm just like, get my bike up and survive to the top.
Do you? That's a great question. Do you session?
I don't actually. Like I've never been obsessive about cleaning things necessarily.
Yeah.
So I'm not usually that guy who will do it, but things like that, like you say, you can go to a 40-mile ride, and if that's the one feature that's going to trip you up, then I will
session it.
Work hard on it just a couple of times.
It's so interesting. We had Lacey, my wife, on last week, published on Sunday, and then her friend Ashley, and like the women riders. Like there's an explosion of women riders right now.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy. It's a good podcast. You should check that one out.
That was a good one.
They have some really good tips on how to get women into riding more. But they love
None of them included a tandem.
None of them included a tandem. By the way. None of them included riding with their significant other, by the way.
I just figured I'd throw that in there.
But they love the session.
Yeah.
That's like in their DNA. Like they stop. If they can't clear it, they stop and work until they can clear it. And as such, Lacey can clear everything and I can't clear shit.
Yeah. Maybe we're just in a hurry to get from point A to B.
I don't know.
Or something
we're
like
too
that.
bad. We're like, forget that. I can't do it. I'm just going to climb over.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Right. We just get on with the ride.
I think sessioning takes a lot of thought, right? When I get out on my bike and I ride technical stuff, I just kind of plow through it. I don't really think hard about it.
We did it last time we were at Sweetwater. You sessioned that
one section.
That one turn. You tried it like 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty unusual.
But you're right. 3 is probably enough, and then you're like, next
the reason
time.
I did is because Josh is like Lacey session just like 20 times, couldn't get it. I'm like, well, let's see.
You just wanted to get it so I could get it on video and show Lacey.
Did you get it though?
No.
I think I can.
We're gonna get it though.
I can get it.
We know the right line. Lacey does not have the right line figured out, but Chad does.
So one of the things that Lacey and you guys are involved with is trail maintenance. So what
he took a spot.
You did?
So on the punk rock gorilla trail maintenance agreement, backdoor, we're not going to talk about the specifics.
We won't mention any names.
We won't mention any names, but we took a spot too.
Cool.
Chad, and so all of us and Lacey have a spot. Chad spent a couple hours last week. Lacey spent 3 hours today.
Nice.
I did all.
I noticed the spot you took.
I took the easy spot.
Fucking A, you took the easy spot. That wasn't the easy spot.
The fence line? Are we talking about fence line?
I thought you took
makes me so nervous.
Coyote Canyon.
No.
If you did,
I saw your name on Coyote Canyon.
Damn it. Maybe they changed me from the easy spot to Coyote Canyon.
If you got Coyote Hollow,
listen, I think you've got Coyote Canyon. I'm pretty sure.
I need to pull up my email because I didn't look at it closely.
You better look closely because I am 90%. I was like, Craig took Coyote Canyon.
Well, I was actually going to. I literally thought, I'll take Coyote Canyon because it's so fun and it's kind of nasty and I'll take a big, like I'll take the man-sized piece of it.
Yeah.
And then I chickened out. I was like, no, I'm taking fence line. It's right. It's right there, and it's not. It doesn't even need much.
I was going to give you like total kudos, but I'm pretty sure
your
name's on Coyote Canyon.
If it is, I'll help.
Thank you.
I would absolutely go help you do that.
So
we'll all help you, man.
But it's cool. It's cool that got put together, and I haven't actually, even though mine's the easy section, I still haven't done it.
So we've done ours.
Yeah.
Well, I should say we.
I got
Chad and Lacey have done
that. I have done nothing.
Yeah.
Last Friday, I cleaned up Mole Mound. I think.
And Lacey did tic-tac-toe. She did 3 hours on tic-tac-toe today.
That's way cool. Yeah. No, I mean, and the trail's amazing. People out there with battery-powered weed whackers by the looks of things, right? Like, okay.
Gas-powered.
I've got a gas-powered, like 150cc thing. This will take down small trees. Yes. So I'm going to get that out there as well. But, yeah, you know, the trail building, trail maintenance thing, like I've never been super into, but I do, you know, Sonoran Desert mountain bikers have an ambassador program, which I signed up for. It was an excuse to get a free jersey. I was like, sure, okay, I'll do anything for a free jersey. So
shout out to those guys.
Shout out to SDMB. So, you know, the purpose of that is to try to just keep track, you know, who's using the trails, how many people are out there, how many people do you come across, issues with the trails. It's just a way of reporting and getting issues back to the people who can actually make things happen.
The last ambassador I ran into out on the Vortex, long-bearded guy.
Yeah, gray-haired dude. Yeah. Uh-huh.
He was just pissed off that no one was taking care of the trails.
Was he wearing his ambassador jersey? Was that what it was?
He introduced himself as the ambassador.
See, I thought I wanted a free jersey, but I didn't realize it was literally going to say ambasber right across the front. And I've never worn it yet.
He came up to me and said he was an ambassador.
I feel it's a little bit too much.
Listen, man, I'm like 100%. We are this podcast. We're 100% in support of all these groups. So I don't want to go down that path.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's super cool.
Super
but
cool.
You know, but you're not a police out there. You know what I mean? That's the thing is you're not enforcing anything. You're just out there to help. Somebody's lost or somebody needs.
I got a question for you. Like, I'm thinking about building a jump line out there.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think it's illegal, so you definitely do it.
I'm not saying where, and I'm not saying who I am, but I'm thinking about building a jump line out there.
Not going to be hard to identify you, but I agreed. That was my first response.
I think it's a great idea, and it's definitely what we need. And funnily enough, I read something today on maybe Facebook, said something about new features out at Fantasy, and I'm like,
there's a jump line at Fantasy.
I was like, this must mean somebody put some jumps in because I haven't been out there for a while. Yeah,
and they're really well built. They're too close together for a mountain bike.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. I went this past weekend and rode them, and you need to go try it and let me know what you think.
Yeah.
Have you tried them yet? You need to go try them.
You need some big flowy stuff for these long bikes, man.
Yeah. So kudos for what they're doing. I think we need to redo the design to make them really valuable for a mountain bike.
But yeah, building a jump line, that's a great plan.
So, you know, double dip out there?
Yep.
So like
I used to be able to clear
that Jeep road, they kind of, instead of going down double dip, go down the Jeep road.
To the left.
And then, go to left. And then just, instead of the double dip, right there, build a jump line down there.
All the way down the fence line.
Yes.
Yep.
You know, I used to go sit out there with my bow about 2 years ago or 3 years ago before the Vortex blew up. Now I can't even take my bow out there. There's so many people.
Nope.
Yep. You can still hunt. I'm sure it's legal.
It's legal to hunt. I don't know that I'd do it, though.
No, I don't want to be on the receiving end. But
have you seen any lions out there with all your time?
I have never seen a lion. You know, a lion might have seen me once or twice because we used to night ride a ton. Pre-Vortex, and a bunch of guys still night ride a ton out in the Vortex. The Arizona Trail, all of that stuff, Colossal Cave, we used to night ride once or twice a week. And that's when you're getting seen, right? Yeah. More than likely. The closest thing to that, there was a rabid fox encounter. But
seriously?
Yeah, well, there was a time, right? The Saguaro National Park had a rabid fox that had bitten 3 people.
I remember that.
Do you remember this?
Yes, I do.
Right? And so we knew about it because my station responded to those calls. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. A rabid fox.
Fox bit 3 people.
3 people.
It's a little animal.
But it was pretty well known. I don't know if it went on like the Ville.
I think it was on the news and stuff, right?
I remember that. It was.
So like 2 days later, maybe it's 3, I'm out off of Camino Loma Alta, heading out to Hope Camp, right?
And the rabid fox found you.
And this is if I hadn't have had a conversation with one of the rangers, because one of the rangers out of the Saguaro National Park, she said, the crazy thing is rabies, you see it on TV. It makes, in the TV portrayal of rabies, these animals get super aggressive and crazy looking. She said that's the exact opposite of what rabies does to their brains.
They look friendly, huh?
It makes them friendly and approachable. So she's like, animals that would normally be super skittish of you, that would never have anything to do with you, will approach you. And that's why these people got bit. Okay. So I've got this in the back of my mind, and I'm riding out on Hope Camp. And out of the corner of my eye.
Is this night or day?
This is daytime. It was in the morning. And here's this little thing I see out the corner of my eye. And I stop the bike, and the fox comes onto the trail, and just the cutest little red fox just prancing up the trail towards me. And I go, holy shit, that's a really friendly fox. And then then I'm out of there, Because I'm like, this is probably that friggin' rabid fox. It's trying to come and let me pet it or something,
Listen, facts. Like Mountain Cog podcast helping you right now. If a non-friendly animal approaches you, run.
If like a skunk is friendly or a fox is friendly, it's probably rabid. So seriously,
I would agree with that.
You could probably apply this to
wild animals. Don't want you to pet them.
I don't know, women in bars. I don't know if that same thing applies.
It absolutely
if they're approaching
applies.
You should probably consider
applies.
Rabid cougars.
Run away. Did you see that we've had a mountain lion just in the last week attack a horse?
Yeah, I did. I read about that, and then I saw the signs out there on the trailhead as well.
Oh, is there signs out there?
Right out at Hope Camp. Yeah.
A couple of years ago, I have a game cam in my yard here, just down the street, and I got a mountain lion in my backyard. Not in my backyard, but running against the wall.
Not a bobcat, a real lion.
No, a mountain lion.
Wow, that's
like
crazy.
like right behind our house.
Yeah, that's incredible.
We got bobcats too, but mountain lion.
We get bobcats all day long,
all
and twice
day long.
on Sunday. Yeah,
it's pretty wild.
That's crazy.
But is it just me? But like, what an epic way to go, right? Like
if I'm going to get killed
to the death,
I hope it's by a lion.
That's so badass.
I would rather it be a mountain lion than a rabbit
or a javelina.
Yeah.
This cutest damn fox killed him.
I mean, how cool in a way.
Yeah.
Hey, Craig, we've really enjoyed having you on, man.
It's been fun.
Thank you. We'd love to have you on again sometime.
That sounds great.
You should actually go out and listen to the podcast. Check it out.
We'll do that.
Give us some feedback.
I subscribed right before I came over here. I'll have you know that.
And
that's it.
Apologies.
Subscribe,
apologies to our
comment.
listeners if you couldn't understand a word that Craig said.
Yeah.
Here's the deal.
How do you subtitle a podcast?
Listen, here's the deal. Your accent, your British accent, is diminishing.
It's a complete mess.
It's diminishing. It's not there anymore.
Is your brother like, what happened?
Yeah, I've lived in the States now longer than I lived prior to living in the States.
You can barely hear the British accent now.
I'm working.
I got to say something, dude. I think it's pretty badass that you came here, became a firefighter. It's just really cool, like your whole journey.
Yeah, thank you for your service, man. Thanks for protecting us.
Sure.
Oh, don't even.
No, don't even. No, it's a big deal, man. We value that. Like when we call 911, you come.
Sometimes we try. We'll get there eventually.
Or 999 if you're in the United Kingdom.
Eating crumpets.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, boys. We're gonna cut it here. You got any final thoughts for our listeners there, Craig?
No, just get out there and ride. Even if it's on an e-bike and you're not supposed to be out there, just get out there.
Try a crumpet.
Try a crumpet.
Go to Trader Joe's.
Totally getting a crumpet now.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Take care.
Thanks, man.
Can you dig it?